It's a fun little car. You know, for well under $30,000, you can get one of these 2013 Dodge Darts loaded. And it's got a little turbo engine. It's fantastic. Based on the Alfa Romeo Giulietta. So there's a little Italian blood in there.
Blah, blah, blah. Starter sedans are not just about sportiness. They're also about luxury. And I've got a great car that starts at under $30,000. The 2013 Buick Verano, which is all about luxury, Nathan.
Yeah, it's nice looking, I guess.
Эти две обезьяны забыли про мощность.
I think he called us man monkeys.
And he said something about power.
Coming up next on the Fast Lane Car. All right, Nathan, the folks at home must be wondering what these three cars have in common.
Well, they're all entry level and they're all under $30,000. Over here, old man's car used to be kind of a sad jazz. Now with the new V6, it's Miles Davis. Good news. The brand new Dodge Dart, which is really awesome. It is a little bit of Jimi Hendrix going on under the hood, turbo. And with Roman's Bingo Parlor, it's actually better than you think. Instead of it being Fiddler on the Roof, it's like Yo-Yo Ma.
All right, let me translate that. Starter sedans for under $30,000. Power, sporty, luxurious. Simple. The Verano to me represents new GM, or at least European GM, because it's based on the Opel Astra. Everything you touch is very luxurious. This leather is soft, the steering wheel is supple yet firm. I really like the layout of the control. A little too many buttons in the center stack, but you know, it's livable. And it's the only car of the three that has a sunroof, and my favorite feature, a heated steering wheel.
No. You see, my car has a heated steering wheel too. That's true. I'll show you.
Get out.
Chrysler's been on a holy tear with all of their vehicles recently when it comes to interiors. This one is no exception. Really high quality, good stuff, excellent feel, soft materials everywhere you reach. In this particular case, really good leather. The seats are really supportive. They even hold my big ass. Steering wheel is next to perfect in terms of placement and feel and grip, thickness. And you can get this optionally heated. Isn't that awesome? Also, 8.5-inch screen optional and a large screen right here in the IP. All in all, a very simple layout and a very usable layout. I love it.
Nathan, this is a mishmash of a car. Chrysler extended the lifespan of the car by switching it from the Sebring to the 200, but it feels a little rent-a-car to me.
Yeah, it is a little downgraded compared to a lot of the competitors out there, but I'll tell you this, they really did a good job taking something that was boring, useless, and quite frankly one of the worst cars in the class, and they made it competitive. So I'll give them credit. The engine is killer, but in terms of the interior, it's simple, it's basic, and it's comfortable. That's all I can say about it.
It needs a redesign. 180 horsepower, 4-cylinder. 160 horsepower, turbocharged 4-cylinder. And over here, well, we have a 283 V6.
That's the new Pentastar V6, and it makes this car a competitor because it's really beefy. Over here, this is the same 4-cylinder that's found in the Fiat 500 Abarth. And over here, this is the Ecotec 4-cylinder. No, folks, it's not the turbo. It's a normally aspirated one, and you know what? Still pretty quick.
Nathan, look what you started.
Sorry, folks. Seats all the way back. I'm a little over 6'1". It's a little tight, but out of this class of three cars, this is the most spacious interior. And yes, although my head disappears, the roof is scalloped, so my big head can fit. All in all, it's not bad.
Oh, great sound. A little bit of lag, not too much. And you can feel the weight of the car. Here comes third, and there is 60. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 10.77 seconds. The best thing I can say about the Buick Verano is that they've taken what was a pretty stodgy design and made it clean and elegant. I don't like the nose especially, I don't like the fake louvers, but this blue surround on the front lights is really cool, and the 18-inch wheels, those rock.
That's the only thing on my car that doesn't rock. The 17-inch wheels. There are options, please look at the options. But I will say this, I love the front end design of the brand new Dodge Dart. But you know what I don't like? Four things. D-A-R-T. They should have never called this the Dart. Otherwise, it's based on a European vehicle, it looks like a European vehicle, and yet it still has, I'm gonna say it, cojones!
You know, Nathan, that brings us to... It doesn't have a lot of, well, what?
Cojones!
Instead, it has what used to be a boat design. There's kind of that funky bobtail back. They've taken a car that was a Sebring and they've modernized it, but let's face it, the thing doesn't really work. It's okay, but it's not the one out of the three that I would certainly pick as being the best looking car here.
So around the corner, downshift this lovely 6-speed manual, rev up that sweet Italian engine, and it is Italian, and when you go around those corners and you just stab it coming out of the corner, decent steering feel, nice, flat, no nosedive, body motion's well controlled. It's like a European car. Oh, it is a European car. Yeah, I like it a lot.
All right, this may be the most luxurious of the bunch, but it certainly is also the smallest. I mean, this is where I drive. Good God, man. Nathan, this thing is almost impossible to get into back here. What the heck is up with that?
Maybe it's because Europeans have really small legs.
Yeah, or skinny legs. I got a cramp. Damn! Tape it. I really got a cramp. That was not good. Now, as I recall, Nathan, the Dart went about 10.7.
Yeah, it is the slow one, that's for sure.
This has 20 more horsepower, but it is an automatic, so we'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't weigh that much more either.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Once again, mile above sea level.
Go.
There we go. Come on, car. There's the power. It's not exactly rubbing its you-know-what off. Come on, 60, and there is 60.
Wow.
Wow. That's a surprise. That's a not unexpected, but still.
Wow.
10.96.
10.96.
You know, here's the problem in a nutshell. I just got done reviewing and driving the turbo version of this, and when you get behind the wheel of the non-turbo, it's just weak T. You know, when I floor it, it sounds like a sewing machine and not a lot happens. You know, there's not a lot of torque here, but then there's not a lot of fun either. In terms of ride and handling, it does okay. You know, it's a Buick. It's not going to blow your doors off. It's probably better than a Buick. It's probably like a C+ when we're talking about going around these corners. But I would have to say, at the end of the day, it's still more set up for luxury than necessarily carving canyons in Colorado.
Эти две обезьяны пахнут как буррито.
Nathan, yeah. I think he said that these two man monkeys stink like burritos.
It still has something to do with the fact we haven't given them an Aston Martin to drive yet. You know what? I actually fit a little bit. I mean, shoulder-wise not so much, but the legroom's okay.
Yeah, the legroom's really good. I think for two people, this is a fine place to travel.
Что ты делаешь?
I would say so too. There's some good legroom, and the headroom's okay too. Shoulder room, not so much.
You wouldn't know what you were doing.
Just helping him out.
Nathan, 283 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. This should be the fastest car, 0 to 60.
Well, at least on paper. I mean, and it's only a little bit heavier than the other ones.
Go for it, dude.
All right, I'm revving it to 2,300 RPM, and actually, the wheels kind of spun a little.
Yeah, you can feel that 6-cylinder.
This thing's got some... Wow, that's good. That's really good. 2 people in the car?
At sea level, that would be at least a second, maybe a second and a half faster.
Easily. 7.49. Ladies and gentlemen, that's an impressive number.
This is the freight train of the bunch, no doubt. Power.
Right here.
Now guys, we've already reviewed this car, and if you're interested in a review of the Chrysler 200, check out tflcar.com.
So Andre, do you like the car?
Нет.
Okay. But it has a lot of power.
Da.
Okay. And the steering, I mean, it's not that bad, is it?
Da.
But it is a little heavy in the front, right?
Da.
Yeah. You know, the thing is about this car is that it has a really smooth ride. You got to agree with me on that, right?
Нет.
Oh, okay. He doesn't think it's very smooth. Well, see, that's the whole point of having an opinion. It's like an elbow. Everybody has one.
On the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, I'm going to give the Buick Verano Turbo a definite buy it. This one, well, I'm going to give it a lease it because there's just not enough power to make me smile. How about you, Nathan?
You know, I'm always about power, but in this particular case, things have changed. Yes, this only has 160 horsepower, the least out of all of them, but it is the most fun to drive, and it's an engaging car. So I say, for the Dodge Dart, buy it.
How about the 200?
The Chrysler 200, it's the most powerful rental in this group.
As always, reporting for the 2 man monkeys and Andre, the Russian mechanic. Remember,
we put up videos every single day.
See you guys next time. Ciao.
That tells you when you got your car tuned up right.
when she's dancing?
When she stops dancing, it's smooth and tuned up right.
When she's dancing, it's not.
Yeah, when it's riding rough and she's dancing.